Mike, I guess I'll start with you. This will be the first season that we get to see you as a dad, which is so exciting. Congratulations. What was it like filming the season, while having a newborn at home?
Well, I think my biggest flex is being a dad, but it was just me showing a different side to the audience and the viewers, as well as I feel like I've been working on being this mature, new version of myself for quite some time. So me being a dad was like the next step for me. So this is a big season for me, and I'm very excited to show how I became a dad and how I am as a dad.
Was there any sort of hesitation from you or Lauren, with how much to show of that side of it? Because it's so personal.
Well, MTV has always given me a great edit over the past, I would think, 5 years, or in the new season or the new version of Jersey Shore Family Vacation. So we trusted them, and we just kept the motto of, being authentic has always worked for me. So, and I'm hoping that I'm pretty sure that this season of Jersey Shore Family Vacation is going to be a great one.
What would you say is kind of, the most important thing you've learned from being a dad so far?
Besides not really getting much sleep, I don't know. It's an amazing thing. You could never imagine what it's like being a dad until you actually are a dad. And if I had to describe it, you're introduced to a love that you didn't even know existed. Yeah. And I feel like I found my purpose.
I love that. And for you, Vinny and Dina, seeing Mike, step into this role, what has it been like for you since you've known him for so long?
Well, I've always called Mike Daddy. So, I just think that it fits him so well. I have to say he has like the cutest, most well-behaved baby. No offense, Dina. I actually love Dina's baby. I love Dina's babies too, but Romeo is such like a little character, and he just fits in so well to everything that we have going on. I love going to his house and just seeing him there. I'm not going to lie. I've went to houses where I'm like, oh, that baby, but not Romeo and not Dina's babies. I love CJ and Cameron. So it's just all been amazing.
How about for you, Dina? What's it been like to see Mike kind of step into the dad role?
I knew he was going to be a great dad. I always saw him with all of our kids, and they were definitely ready to be parents for sure.
And for you this season, Dina, you finally have your meatball back, which is so exciting. Yeah. Did it take like some extra convincing from you, to kind of get her to make the decision to come back?
To be honest, we all really, really tried to get Nicole back. I think that she just missed us all so much that she was like having FOMO, and she just was ready on her own. I didn't push her too much because I feel like she was getting annoyed when everybody was on top of her about it. And then on her own, she just decided to come back. So it all worked out.
Yes. And you definitely, of the girls, like definitely tend to steer away from the drama the most, I would say. And we know that Angelina did make up with Nicole and Jenny. But do you ever kind of worry that like that tension is going to come back and kind of you're going to be stuck in the middle again?
That's always going to be how it's going to happen. I'm always stuck in the middle. But honestly, I really feel like we've all come past it at this point. I think the wedding and the speech and everything was kind of like the volcano that needed to erupt for us to get past whatever was really boiling for the last however many years. I think it's finally leveled out, to be honest. And I don't think it's really going to explode again. Because we're all just really open and honest with each other at this point. So if something's bothering one of us, we're like, yo, this is like annoying to me, you know, and we're in the past, we all kind of were stepping on eggshells around each other. But I think it's kind of leveled out and we're all good now.
Well, last season, she was definitely getting a little frustrated, maybe with you, Mike, and probably you, Vinny, a little bit for meddling in her marriage and whatnot.
Vinny. Always Vinny.
How is that going to kind of continue into this season? Because it was kind of left open-ended with where they stood.
I mean, we're on a reality show if she doesn't realize we are. And it's our job to sort of show what's going on in our lives. and also what's going on as a group as well, and how we relate and get along. So I didn't really get that when she said, don't get involved with my relationship. It's, I thought that was like a mute point, kind of, that didn't really make sense. But I feel that at the end of the day, we all came together and got closer, and that's really the moral of the story.
I love that. That's always a plus. And Vinny, we just got to see Double Shot at Love air, but then we didn't really, hear from you guys afterward, you and Akielia. So are we going to kind of see the aftermath of that, or can you give us an update? What's going on there?
Well, we're not together. I did remain friends with Akielia after the show. But it just, once you're in the real world outside of the Double Shot at Love house, things are a little different. And, we just were better off as friends. So I don't really think you see that on Jersey Shore, except for the fact that it's just me being single again, kind of thing.
Well, thanks for the update then. And how does it feel? Because I think we've talked about this before, but you really are the only single one left in the group. Does that kind of push you to want to settle down, or are you kind of still happy with where you're at?
I'm definitely at a point where, naturally I've slowed down a lot when it comes to going to nightclubs and partying and drinking every night. And that kind of went hand in hand with my single life. So I wouldn't mind having somebody that's a little bit more constant. But I don't know, I guess, I don't know if I have high standards, or I'm picky, or it's hard to find someone like that just matches me. So I'm not really rushing it until I find that person.
Now that you've done it a few times, do you still trust the Double Shot at Love process if that opportunity came up again?
Well, the way I always say it is that could be a starting point to meet somebody. Just like if I walk to get coffee right now, that could be a starting point to meet somebody. You never know where you're going to meet somebody who ends up being the person. Like, look at Paulie and Nikki. They met at that place. It wasn't that Double Shot at Love created their relationship. It was a starting point for them. And then afterwards, they continue to be friends and know each other. So in a sense, I think, it could be a starting person if that right person is there for you at that time.
That's a great way to look at it. I love that. All right. Well, you guys have all been doing this. Yeah, you guys have all been doing this for so long. And I mean, you've managed to put like 3 seasons out now during COVID, which is amazing, and still really entertaining the fans so much. Yeah. So what is it that really keeps you coming back? And anyone can answer. And what is it like, why do you think the fans just like still love it so much?
I feel like what keeps all of us coming back to keep doing it is each other. We all really truly do love each other at this point. It's been almost 12 years.
Yep.
So I feel like we all enjoy each other. And then I feel like the fans come back because they feel like they're part of our family too. I mean, they watched us grow up from our early 20s. What, Vinny, you were 21 when you came on, and now I'm going to be 35 next week. Like, you're what, 34? Like, it's just, they've grown with us. Yeah. So I feel like that's why.
Yeah. I think we've always been lightning in a bottle as a cast. And that's what's so good about us. You can put us in a room and we just know what to do. We know what to say. And the lines just come out. So I'm very proud of us. I consider our cast to be one of the best cast, or actually the best cast in reality TV for sure.
We have the most loyal fans, like, all these years showing up every Thursday. Like, people don't even really watch TV anymore.
Thursday. Yeah.
So true.
But they show up for Jersey. If you look at the ratings and whatever, like, I mean, back in the day, it used to be 9 million people because there was no other way to watch to get entertainment. But they still show up and then they watch it afterwards. So we have the most loyal fans.
Definitely. Yeah, I love that. And it's still so fun to go back and watch the old episodes too, but it is somewhat of a different show now. So you kind of get the best of both worlds when you can see both ends of the spectrum. Well, this was so nice to catch up with you guys. I'm so excited for the premiere, and thank you so much for taking the time to chat today.